everyone, I'm Abby Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Spoon, and I'm going to take you on a little vlog adventure of all the takeout and delivery food I ate in a month, as well as some really easy tips for ordering in. Now, before we get talking about ordering dinner, let's chat about my favorite meal of the day, breakfast. So raise your hands if you remember the good old days when breakfast was just a simple bowl of cereal rather than some elaborate kale smoothie bowl or avocado toast. I mean, I love those breakfasts too, but sometimes I just want to keep it super simple, and cereal never disappoints. I am admittedly obsessed with cereal, and I keep a wide range of cereals in my pantry at all times. So I've got baby-friendly cereals, I've got old lady brand cereal, and I've got a few fun, nostalgic cereals as well. So yeah, I don't discriminate. But I also don't usually expect to be getting my morning protein fix from a bowl of cereal grains. So I was really excited when I got sent this Magic Spoon variety pack, and I noticed it has an impressive 14 grams of protein. And because it has no added sugar in it, I'll often pair it with some Greek yogurt and like a mountain of fruit just to make a more substantial breakfast or post-workout snack. It's also an insanely delicious middle of the night breastfeeding snack or afternoon car snack, just eaten by the handful right out of the box as is. And if you or your family members have dietary restrictions, it's naturally free of gluten, grains, and soy. So right now there's 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and the new limited edition peanut butter, and you get all 4 in their new variety pack. I am currently obsessed with mixing the peanut butter and the cocoa flavors together to make a breakfast that legit tastes like peanut butter cups. So if you want to get nostalgic and give this cereal a try, you can go to magicspoon.com/AbbySharp and use my promo code AbbySharp to get $5 off of your order. And if you aren't in love with your breakfast, Magic Spoon will refund your money, no questions asked. Okay, before we get into it, a quick disclaimer that this is not a suggestion on how to eat, what to eat, or how much to eat. These are just some random meals that I ordered in the past month or so in COVID, which tells you nothing about what I ate earlier on in the day or week, or even how much of these I ate. Every body and every palate is different, so please just use these tips if you find them helpful, but ultimately let your body be your guide. Now, contrary to what you might expect from a dietitian, this is not going to be a typical healthy or diet-friendly guide to takeout. You can find tons of lists online where people will tell you to order your sauce on the side, or avoid anything with the words crispy or breaded in the description, or to split an appetizer with your friend as your main. This is not that kind of list. Instead, for those of you who are struggling with some anxiety or fear around eating takeout or restaurant food, since you lack that sense of control with it, I want to hopefully help you loosen the reins, especially in these challenging COVID times. I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of my normal life pleasures are inaccessible right now to me. And food is one of the only things that I look forward to each week outside of spending time with my family and kids. So I'm definitely trying to exercise some extra compassion and empathy towards myself right now, and ultimately spend a little bit more of my monthly budget on ordering in. I'm also friends with a ton of people in the restaurant industry, and I acknowledge how brutally tough this is on them right now. So my husband and I agreed that if we wanted our favorite spots to make it to the other side when, we could maybe sit down at the bar for a drink with them again, we would have to support them through this hell. So for the ultimate sake of an industry that I love, for my sanity as a working mom, and for my own pleasure and fun, I probably order in or take out at least 2 times per week. Now, I acknowledge that this is a totally privileged experience, so I'm in no way suggesting that this is something that everyone should do. But anyways, enjoy this little montage of the past month or so of my takeaways while I ramble off some intuitive eating tips that I have found useful to hopefully help to temper your anxieties around ordering in and to help you foster a more relaxed relationship with restaurant foods. Kiddos are down. Vino is poured. Pizza is smelling damn good. Number 1, no more cheat meals. For First of all, guys, can we just get rid of the term cheat meal from our vocabulary? Thank you very much. I know I say it all the time, but restricting all week only to binge at your epic cheat meal or cheat day is not the road to good health. When you have a balanced relationship with food, where you can have ice cream on a Tuesday and salad on a Friday, you can order what you feel like in that moment and not make it be based on a need to either only order super clean salads or over-the-top heavy fare. If I'm having a super busy week and I end up ordering in 2 nights in a row, for example, usually by the second night, I often just don't feel like having another fried chicken dinner or pizza. I genuinely just want a soup or salad and to call it a day. This isn't about trying to repent or restrict after eating too many fries. This is about checking in with my body to see what it needs. And sometimes it needs fried chicken, and sometimes it needs some veggie soup. My body is really smart. Number 2, use restaurant food to explore new foods. So I like to think about takeout or delivery as an opportunity to teach my family something new about food. This can be for the parents like me who want to introduce their kids to new flavors or different cultures, but also just for yourself as well. So a lot of the recipes on my blog were actually inspired by meals that I had in some amazing restaurants. And basically I would just attempt to recreate them somehow in more everyday, balanced, or cost-effective ways. I also often like to order in things that maybe I wouldn't normally want to make or be able to easily make, so that way my kids or my son can be exposed to new flavors and combinations. So for example, I don't personally cook a lot of meat in my house anymore, so if I really do want a burger, I usually will order it in. I also don't have the equipment, time, or in some cases skill to make things like sushi, really good Thai curry, fried chicken, or beautiful Italian pasta sauces that will take all day to cook. So these are some of the things that would contribute to my food ordering decisions. So my tip here is to let your culinary curiosity guide your ordering decisions. What do you want your family to try that you just can't be bothered making yourself? And if you do try something that you absolutely love, maybe challenge yourself at a future date to try to recreate it at home with your own recipe. Number 3, love your leftovers. Yes, even the really indulgent stuff. Actually, especially the really indulgent stuff. In the past, I would plan this epic cheat meal where I would allow myself to eat the pizza that I maybe would otherwise never allow myself to eat. And then as I'm eating and I'm starting to feel full, I would convince myself that I would have to eat the entire thing in that sitting because tomorrow I would be back to eating boiled eggs and green juice. We call this the Last Supper mentality. The result is that we eat well past our satiety signals, consuming far more calories than we actually need, and we don't even enjoy the food. I love pizza, but pizza when I'm stuffed already from eating a lot of pizza just never tastes the same as that first bite when I actually have an appetite. So here's a little secret. Despite what your restriction voice is telling you, you can save that leftover slice for tomorrow and consume those same calories when you're actually going to enjoy it more. The result is that you'll likely end up eating fewer calories overall, since that leftover meal would theoretically take the place of your clean oatmeal bowl or avocado toast. So my tip here is to challenge yourself to check in with your body throughout the meal. And if you're feeling drawn to continue eating even after you're full, ask yourself why. Get curious. Challenge the false logic that you need to eat up all of the bad food in the house during your arbitrary cheat meal so that you can start fresh, clean eating tomorrow. Maybe even challenge yourself to save that last slice of pizza or even a single roll of sushi for the next day. See how that feels. You don't need to just get rid of it just because it's there if you're just not hungry for it. And when you do eat it, notice how it makes you feel. Notice if it tastes better when you're actually hungry, or what thoughts this brings up for you. This will actually take a lot of practice, but it is really freeing when you can get out of that all or nothing mentality around when you can and can't eat something. Now when I order in, I often order extra on purpose, knowing that my family and I might want a really easy lunch that I don't have to cook the next day. It's not a cheat day, it's just another day.
I did not sleep well last night. Decided to be up a lot. So I'm having leftover mac and cheese for breakfast, and there's nothing strange about that. Yeah, it's 6:45, but that is what I'm feeling, and I'm going to give myself whatever I want today. And yes, I'm aware I like mac and cheese with my ketchup. Don't judge me. I don't have the patience to be judged right now.
Now, number 4, make the dish delicious for you. So as a foodie, I say ideally we want to trust the chefs to do their thing when you can, but choose to customize to meet your needs when you can't. I've worked with a lot of chefs over the years, and if I can say anything about them, it's that they are very proud of their craft. They've trained so hard to come up with these innovative flavor combinations, so I do try to trust them to just put that dish together how they want it whenever I can. But ultimately, you're the customer and you're the one paying for the food. So if you don't like mushrooms or you can't eat dairy, then customization is a beautiful thing. There are so many great places now that allow you to add or remove various ingredients based on your dietary restrictions and preferences. So whether that might mean choosing your own pizza or taco toppings, or building a really nutritious salad or bowl. This is really key if you have allergies or intolerances, but also it can help you build a more balanced bowl or meal. So maybe that means adding protein to your salad or some extra veggies to your sandwich. If it makes the experience more enjoyable and the meal more satiating and satisfying to you, I think that these customization options are really great. Expensive, but still great. I mean, I know that I always end up with like a $20 salad because I see this list of 50-cent add-ons and I'm like, ooh, I like this, and I like this, and I like this, and I like this, and oh yes, double cheese, thank you very much. So yeah, I guess we gotta balance budget with our preferences too. And speaking of budget, my next tip is to supplement your takeout with something homemade. Now, if you're looking to build a more balanced meal that is also more cost conscious, one thing that I sometimes do is I'll make my own salad or side. So for example, maybe what I'm feeling like ordering, like soup for example, just isn't likely going to be enough to really fill me up for a meal. But maybe I don't want to spend more money on buying a side or a salad when I know that I've got the ingredients in my fridge to throw something together super fast. So what do? I have both. This can save me a lot of money since I often find that salads from some restaurants that aren't actual salad restaurants, they're kind of meh, and they're also usually super overpriced. But putting a bowl of like steamed vegetables or a salad or some rice or bread on the table just helps make for a more balanced, satisfying meal.
Are you team rice or team noodle? I am definitely a noodle girl, but I love me some fried rice.
Next, know that not all your takeaway meals need to be perfectly balanced. In fact, I would say at least for me, half the time, mine are like just straight up carbs. And I'm okay with that. I know that in a lot of my reviews, you see me critique individual meals, but I do that so that you have ideas on how to make that particular meal or a meal like that more satiating and more balanced. In the real world, it wouldn't matter if you had 0 vegetables at dinner other than I guess like tomato sauce on pizza, or that it's low in protein because you just wanted straight up carbs. That's how I roll like all the time, and I have 0 shame in that. But I also know that if I look at the big picture, it will all balance itself out. I know that I probably had some salad for lunch or fruit as a snack with some beans or eggs or fish or chicken in the day there for protein. And the next day, I'm probably gonna start my day with yogurt and fruit because if I'm listening to my body, I usually do wake up after a salty, rich meal craving something fresh. So ultimately, trust your body and don't be so hard on yourself if the macros are not perfect at every meal. And finally, don't freak out if the meal doesn't live up to the hype. I think when we limit our consumption of fun foods to just like a cheat day or a cheat meal, we put an enormous amount of stock into everything that we eat. We might be nervous to try something new because we're worried it won't live up to like our cheat day standards. Or we feel deeply disappointed when something arrives that maybe is not what we were expecting or ordered. Repeat after me. Tomorrow is another delicious day. Not all meals are going to be home runs, and that goes for homemade ones too. Now, I get that there's added disappointment when you've spent good money on something, so sometimes I do try to doctor something up by adding like a sauce or some kind of seasoning if I think it's salvageable. But sometimes you just gotta say, hey, you know what? It filled my belly, it did its job. Next time I'll order something else. And that, my friends, is how you support your local restaurant industry when it's financially feasible to you, and also help make your life easier and more fun without unnecessary anxiety around restaurant food. So a big thank you again to Magic Spoon for sponsoring. If you like this video, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below with your go-to takeout food. What do you love to order? I want to know. If you're in Toronto, let me know where I should be ordering from, and definitely check out the list below of some of my favorite restaurants. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!